Are we even going to get an investigation into Chinese interference? Ladies and gents, welcome back. David Johnston being called into question whether or not he's actually going to call for an investigation. He, of course, is the special rapporteur brought on by Justin Trudeau, a new job that never existed before, and family friend and ski buddy of the Prime Minister himself. Well, there's a lot of people asking questions into this, and well, even the mainstream media is wondering, hey, why do we have so many Chinese diplomats in Canada anyway? This is from CTV News. Why does Canada have disproportionately high number of Chinese diplomats? And of course, there's David Johnston, the special rapporteur that's going to be looking into this. As former Governor General David Johnston prepares to release his report on foreign interference on Tuesday, that's today. New data provided by Global Affairs Canada sheds light on the breadth of China's diplomatic presence in Canada. A comparative analysis of Chinese foreign representatives in Western democracies by CTV News revealed the disproportionate attention China places on Canada, according to some national security experts. The disproportionate number could indicate diplomatic influence as tipped over into interference. Yes, spies among us. Let's go down here in the article, because what is the comparison of other countries that have diplomats in Canada? China has, of course, 176 diplomats, or people who have diplomatic immunity in Canada, but we have here China has the second largest diplomatic presence in Canada after the United States. The country that has the longest border with our country and is our largest trading partner. It would be obvious that they would have the largest amount, 290 foreign representatives. The United Kingdom, of which we still have ties with the monarchy, they only have 44 accredited representatives in Canada. Well, Japan has 73. Why so many from China? It doesn't really, well, it does make sense if you look into it. Spies among us, according to GAC, which is, of course, Global Affairs Canada. As of May 17th, there are 176 Chinese nationals with diplomatic credentials in Canada. This number includes diplomats and consular employees, as well as representatives with International Civil Aviation Organization. 16 people are considered administrative or technical staff. Not included in the 176 is Zhao Wei, who worked out of the Chinese consulate in Toronto and has since been expelled from the country. The Trudeau government declared Zhao persona non grata on May 8th after intelligence leaks revealed the intent had targeted Conservative MP Michael Chong. Well, they didn't do it so willingly, actually. It wasn't until the Conservatives put forward a motion to make a new foreign agents registry, which is normal in most other countries, and also to kick anybody out of the country who was involved in this scandal. Of course, the Conservatives all voted for it. NDP jumped on that one, the Bloc Québécois, but look, the Liberals did not do this out of their own fruition. They were forced into this. So to tell us that the Trudeau administration were the ones to do that, the Trudeau government, nope. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. They didn't do it willingly. But we have, testimony coming from CSIS members here. This is former CSIS chief Michael Janu Katsuya, and he was talking about how this has been going on for so much longer in our government than we even realize. It's actually, China has been able to infiltrate previous governments, and it spans back decades.
Chinese operators. It is also caused by our own candidates, elected official, political staff that are either naive or calculate intentionally to gain power with the assistance of the Chinese government. The Chinese intelligence service are so good at it because they understand the electoral system, the weakness of the human being, and their work is on long-term gain. So today, I want to be very clear, and I want to be very clear. We can prove that every federal government, from Mr. Mulroney to Mr. Trudeau, have been compromised by agents of the Communist China. Every government were informed at one point or another. Every government chose to ignore CSIS warning either by negligence, self-interest, or partisanship. Every government were infiltrated by agents of influence acting on behalf of the Chinese government, and we knew who they were. Every government took decisions that are questionable about China and can only be explained by interference exercised from within or motivated by self-interest. Not only the sitting government have been compromised, but all federal political parties have been compromised at one point or another. The inaction of the federal government, all federal governments, were led to attacks on many municipal and provincial government. Ultimately, every government have been part of the problem, not the solution.
Unbelievable. And I'll leave a link in the description. You can check out the video in its entirety. Pierre Poilievre not too keen on this new special rapporteur who's supposed to be looking into it, making his comments very public, saying he won't even meet with the guy because what's the point? He has a fake job and he's unable to do it impartially. Here he is talking to reporters.
Special rapporteur. Yes. Would there have been any value in meeting with Mr. Johnston just to hear him out?
No. He is Justin Trudeau's ski buddy, his cottage neighbor, his family friend, and a member of the Trudeau Foundation, which got $140,000 from Beijing. He has a fake job, and he's unable to do it impartially. He needs to simply hand it over and allow an independent public inquiry into Beijing's interference.
So was it a scheduling conflict?
No.
So you chose not, you deliberately did not meet with Mr. Johnston?
I did not meet with him. I chose not to meet with him.
He chose not to meet with him because, well, what's the point? What is the point here? He also put out this. I'm not sure why his staff tend to do this through Brian Lilley, but Brian Lilley gets those notes passed from the staff at the office of Pierre Poilievre. This is a fake job held by someone who can't do it impartially. Mr. Johnston is a ski buddy, cottage neighbor, and family friend of the Prime Minister. He's a part of the Trudeau's Foundation, which got $140,000 of donations from Beijing, designed to influence the Prime Minister. He should immediately hand his job off to someone impartial to hold a full independent public inquiry. Well, I mean, how independent could you be? Here's Vesper D showing on Twitter, curious with the Wayback Machine timeline. It's funny how they tried to hide this. Back on March 15th, 2023, Trudeau picked David Johnston as the rapporteur, and somehow on March 23rd, 2023, they decided to get rid of him from the website on the Pierre Elliott Trudeau Foundation website as being one of the members of the board there. David Johnston here at 4 a.m. Shown being a member of the Trudeau Foundation, and then by 8 p.m. That page isn't found. It was just scrubbed from the internet. I'll leave that one with you guys. Why would they do that? But let's just go on to say that after this, some more light was shed on the Trudeau Foundation, to which the entire board quit. The entire board, including the president and CEO of the board. I'm not sure if they've gotten themselves a board, any members back, but yeah, all the rats jumping off of that ship. We have Norman Spector quoting Robert Fife of the Globe and Mail on West Block here on Twitter. Well, look, I mean, the opposition parties are united in saying that there must be a public inquiry. That's everybody. Everybody but the Liberals are saying there should be a public inquiry into this Chinese interference. Former national security advisors, former CSIS directives are all saying that we need to have a public inquiry. But I spoke to someone who had a discussion with the former Governor General a couple of weeks ago, and he got the impression that David Johnston wasn't completely convinced that a public inquiry is necessary. I wonder why. So it makes me hesitant on this, in this sense. Does he recommend something but is not a full-scale public inquiry, but some kind of very limited inquiry that will not last very long and that will get the Liberal government off the hook? Because everybody remembers what happened with the Gomi inquiry. It stunk. The Liberal Party a public inquiry, it sunk the Liberal Party, the public inquiry into the sponsorship scandal. And there may be concern that if there is a public inquiry, what does it reveal about what the Liberals knew about it? Well, we're going to find out that maybe more people in government than just the Liberals knew about this stuff. This is what's really the crux of this, according to Katsuya's interview or his testimony there, the former CSIS chief. So I'm not saying that Johnston is in the tank with the Liberals at all. I'm just saying that I'm just saying that this person had left the meeting feeling that he wasn't convinced a public inquiry is necessary. If he doesn't feel a public inquiry is necessary, then what would he recommend? If he says nothing to worry about here, he's sunk. So that's the opinions here from the Globe and Mail on West Block. But I'll leave that with you guys. What do you think about this whole situation? Are we going to see another, we've investigated ourselves and found no wrongdoing from the Liberal government here, bringing in their personal friends, family friends and colleagues to come in and say nothing to see here, nothing happening? Or do you think we'll actually have an inquiry? Do you think that the pressure is strong enough to have this happen? I'll leave this with you guys. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.